Ladies and gentlemen, many young people are no longer interested in going to college as their parents did, and many of them are looking for other alternatives. And it has a lot to do with the cost of college and universities in this country. Enrollment has been dropping now for quite some time. And a lot of this came out during the pandemic. So, why Americans have lost faith in the value of college? Political turmoil has rocked universities over the past 3 months and sparked the resignation of two Ivy League presidents, has landed like an unwelcome thud on institutions already struggling to maintain the trust of the American public. For 3 generations, national aspiration to college for all shaped the American economy and culture, as most high school graduates took everything for granted that would earn a degree. The consensus is now collapsing in the face of a massive student debt, underemployed degree holders, and political intolerance on campus. In the past decade, a percentage of Americans who expressed a lot of confidence in higher education fell from 57% to 36%, according to Gallup. A decline in undergraduate enrollment since 2011 has translated into 3 million fewer students on college campuses. Nearly half of parents say they would prefer not to send their children to a 4 year college after high school, even if there were no obstacles, financial or otherwise. Two-thirds of high school students think they will be fine without a college degree. The pandemic drove home a sobering realization of a lot of middle class American families. College for all is broken for most. Yeah, you know what it is. The debt of going to college has deterred a lot of people, have turned a lot of people off, and they don't want that debt. They would just much rather get out of high school and go to work or look for an alternative type school that does not cost as much as college. So they are noticing the change of the enrollment that's occurring all across the country. The dilemma faced by today's high school students is that while a similar massive economic disruption has arrived, new educational alternatives have not. Whatever comes next, they said of Generation Z, it's not going to come soon enough for them. So, how did one of the crown jewels of American society squander so much confidence so quickly? If the pandemic marked the moment that college for all model finally cracked, 1965 marked its birth. As the baby boomers came of age, the federal government made loans available to any college bound 18-year-old with a high school diploma in order to maintain the most educated workforce in the world. High school scrapped vocational education programs in favor for college preparatory classes. Passion prestige saturated college campuses while alternatives like vocational and technical schools withered. Between 1965 and 2011, university enrollment increased nearly fourfold to 21 million as the earned differential between high school and college graduates expanded. But embedded in the infrastructure of universities were hairline fractures. and misaligned incentives that led to the system to buck. University governance was designed for an analog era. Decisions have sift through a slow, deliberate process until faculty, administrators, and trustees reach consensus. The genius of our system, that is, it avoids the structure of a top-down control and protects academic freedom against political interference. The weakness is that it's a recipe for stagnation. As students abandoned the humanities and flooded the field like computer science, big data, and engineering, schools failed to respond. The result was undersubscribed history and English departments and waiting lists for classes that led to well paying jobs. New programs in emerging fields did not start because schools could not free up the resources. Many university presidents who pushed for new programs and faster adaptation of technology or the removal of undersubscribed majors face no confident votes from their faculties. Presidents come in and run smack into cultural and structures of an institution, and they realize that if I want to keep my job, I'm not going to push for transformational change. So, ladies and gentlemen, it seems to me like people just don't want to be knee deep in debt. They're watching other people, they're in so deep with debt. It's going to take them years to get out of the debt that they're in. When the Obamas went into office, they had just paid off their debt before Barack Obama was sworn in to his first term. They had debt all those years becoming lawyers. And a lot of people are looking at the state of the economy and they just don't want it. They don't want it. That's why they're saying, especially in the middle class, there's a lot of families that are looking for alternatives for their children out here that's going to cost much less than college. And you can get into good professions without a college degree, but they always make you feel like, oh, you don't have the college degree, you can't do this and that. And that's not really true. That's not true at all. I think they really messed it up. Before anybody could go and it was free, you know? And I think they should have left it that way. Now that they have jacked up the prices so much and threw in so much red tape, people are no longer interested. And, you know, every single year you see the stories coming out about college and universities, their admissions are down, enrollment is down, and people just can't afford it. It was much cheaper when their parents went, and it's no longer cheap. It is very costly. So, y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.